Hello and welcome back to another Pokemon Origins video. In this episode we're looking at Espeon and Umbreon, two more evolutions, so let's get straight on with it. Espeon's Japanese name is Eevee. It is the Sun Pokemon, it is number 196 and stands at 0.9 meters tall or 2 foot 11 inches and weighs 26.5 kilograms or 58.4 pounds. An Eevee will evolve into an Espeon when it levels up during the day with maximum happiness. Espeon has lilac fur and large ears with purple insides. It also has a red gem on its forehead and pupilless eyes. It has 4 slim legs and tiny paws and a forked tail. Overall this gives it a cat-like appearance. It was probably inspired by the legend of the Nico Matter or the Bakeniko, who were intelligent fork-tailed goblin cats. It may also be from the carbuncle, a Latin American myth with a jewel on its forehead. It may also have traits of caracals, sphinx cats, lynxes, and fennec foxes. There are no gender differences between Espeon, and Espeon's shiny form is green instead of purple lilac. Pokédex entries also tell us that its fur can sense small shifts in the air and predict things, for example its opponent's moves. Its orb on its head also glows when it uses its psychic powers. The name Eevee comes from Esupa, a person with psychic powers, and Firu, to mean feel. Espeon is a combination of Esp, which is a branch of psychic abilities, and Eon, which is a long time and just a general evolution suffix. Moving on now to look at Umbreon. Its Japanese name is Blackie. It is the Moonlight Pokemon. It is number 197 in the National Dex and stands at 1 meter tall or 3 foot 3 inches and weighs 27 kilograms or 59.5 pounds. An Eevee will evolve into an Umbreon when it levels up with maximum happiness during the night. Umbreon has a sleek black body with crimson cat or fox-like eyes and has long pointed ears with 4 slender legs and a bushy tail. It also has yellow bands on its tail and ears, and its forehead and legs have yellow rings on them. The inspiration from Umbreon came from a black cat or a fox, and its long ears are similar to a hare. And certain East Asian legends concern a moon rabbit, which is very similar to a hare plus an Umbreon. Umbreon's rings look like Egyptian lunar markings, and it may also be associated with animal sculptures of Bastet and Anubis, which were both ear-like, cat-like Pokemon. It also resembles solar eclipses. There are no gender differences between Umbreon, but its shiny form has a lighter fur colour with pale blue rings. And Pokédex entries tell us that the light of the moon has changed Eevee's genetic structure, which is why it's now an Umbreon with moonlight powers. And its rings glow in moonlight, and it gains a mysterious power. It also protects itself with poisonous sweat, which is very nice. The name Blackie is a combination of black and lucky, and in Japan a black cat is lucky, which refers to the colour. Umbreon is a combination of Umbra, which is Latin for shadow or ghost, and also the name for the moon's silhouette during an eclipse, and Eon, which is the Eevee suffix. Looking at some size comparisons, Espeon and Umbreon are both pretty small compared to me. I'd also put Eevee in there as well, just because it's kind of their pre-evolution. So that's what they look like together, so we shall now move on. Looking at Espeon's sprites through the game, they're all pretty much the same, apart from in Generation 2 its tail was kind of thicker than it is now. It kind of gets thinner as games go on. The developers must have just thought that it was too big and seemed, just too big in general really. So that's the only real change throughout the games, apart from in Platinum, where it seems to have slightly darker fur than in the other Generation 4 games. And here with Umbreon we get very much the same picture. All its sprites are pretty much the same, apart from maybe in the Generation 2 games it's more black, whereas it gets greyer in Generation 3, then kind of blacker again in Generation 4 and 5. And again to note, it does get darker in Pokemon Platinum for whatever reason this is. So thank you for watching this video on Espeon and Umbreon. May I please remind you to go check out my channel. I have extra Pokemon Origins videos there on kind of lesser known Pokemon. But yeah, go check those out, and I will see you next time guys. Goodbye!